Today we're gonna create simple beaded bracelets. They're easy and low cost to make. Here are the materials that you're going to need: seed beads, 5mm stretch cord, and a needle. The needle is gonna be used for the flower style beaded ring. You can also use other kinds of beads as long as they're small enough for a beaded ring. I'm just using seed beads because the most popular style of ring is mostly seed beads nowadays. You're going to cut a piece of cord that is not super long but super short either, because it will be easier when you do the knots. Now you're gonna add all the beads that you need. You can make a random pattern like I am doing, or you can make a pattern or just a full-on color, whatever you like. Just be as creative as you want. For this ring, I'm making two styles. I'm making a simple one, and I'm gonna make one with a heart bead just to make it like a stackable ring. To finish this ring, you're just gonna simply make a knot 4 to 5 times. You can secure it extra if you want by adding a little bit of glue. Sometimes I do that, but these ones I'm probably gonna use them just to give out as freebies, so I won't do it because I want to make it as quick as possible. Some people use different types of knots, but I don't want to overcomplicate myself for a piece of jewelry that is actually very simple to make, and I think anybody can recreate this and just have a lot of fun with it. So it's better off if it's easy. Make sure that those knots are tight so it doesn't come loose, and since we tied it multiple times, it should be good to go because it's not supposed to break or stretch out or anything because of the cord that you're using. Now I'm gonna make another one. It's basically the same. I just added a cute little heart bead in the middle because I wanted that style to make it a stackable ring, or just make it a little mix and match. You can also make these rings to give them as a gift or as matching rings. It's time to create a flower beaded ring. You're gonna need 3 colors. One is gonna be the center color of the flower, the color of the petals, and the color surrounding the flower, that would be the band color. So you're gonna need a long piece of cord, not like super long for a bracelet, just long enough to put around your finger. First add 1 petal color, followed by the center color of the flower, followed by 2 more petal color beads. So you're gonna try to put this in the middle for the step that I'm gonna show you now. So for this flower, we want it to be on the center of the cord because for the ring, the look will be like a single flower, like some of the beaded rings that you have seen up there. Now just take your needle and cord and pass it through the first petal color. You're gonna want to pass it and then pull it through, and then you're gonna have what it looks like half of the flower already created. Make sure to take it easy on this step and be patient with yourself, because sometimes it can be a little tricky to pass the needle through because it depends on the size of your beads. Sometimes the needle can be a little bit too thick. Just make sure to have the correct size of needle and cord. Now it's gonna look like half a flower, and you're going to add 3 more petals or 4. It depends on how many petals you want your flower to have. Ideally, it would be between 6 or 7 petals. Now, after adding your 3 or 4 beads, you're gonna thread it through the petal that is next to the center of the flower. Remember that you can pause and play the video back at any time if you get lost within one of these steps. You can also drop any question down in the comments. Now, as we did before, you're gonna want to pull it all together, and now is when you're going to see your flower shape. You can see how pretty and delicate your flower is going to look. And now the final step is just to add the beads of the band color on both sides. This step is very simple and easy, and you can do it with any bead color that you want. I'm just making a random pattern, to be honest, but I really like the pastel colors of these beads. And for size reference, at least for flowers, I recommend that you use smaller size seed beads, because with the big ones it looks a little too bulky and it doesn't look good, so it's better with smaller seed beads. The final step is just to make a knot, a really simple basic knot, 4 to 5 times. For extra security, some people add clear nail polish or glue. Sometimes I do add glue, but this ring is just to add to the freebies. So just make sure that your knots are super tight, but obviously don't break it, be careful, but just make sure that the knots don't loosen up. Now cut the excess cord and you're done. And here's the results of this beautiful flower beaded ring and our other beaded rings. I hope you really like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with a friend.